Jason Spees, McCabe Reynolds, my business partner, owners of Agency501, and we wanted to go over why our retainers get crazy awesome results.
We were started literally, I'm not going to mention who, but we had a business approach us, and he was looking at building an in-house marketing department. It was a common thing that people were doing at that time, and we came in, or I came in, went in-house with him, tried to make it work, got him in a good place. One thing that we found out very quickly was that you need a lot more resources than just one person. And that's kind of when Jason and I started talking about, we need to give people access to an entire suite of digital services. Agencies have been around a long time. People can handle traditional advertising, TV, radio buys. Not a lot of people were doing this digitally. So That's kind of how our retainer started.
Well, and this specific client we're talking about, his digital house was the biggest mess we've ever dealt with.
Easily. I think at one time we had 24, 25 different Google listings for the same business. So there was a lot of cleanup, but
website that hadn't been updated in 10 years or something crazy. He was on third and fourth page of Google search. He was in a bad way. And this was the first time that McCabe and we basically said he was in such a place he was willing to simply hand the keys over and say help.
Yeah. And that's really kind of, that's what birthed Agency501, if you want to call it that. It was built out of need. And the thing that we found was that people needed access to a team of experts. And if you go out and a lot of businesses, when they get to a point where they know that they have to invest in digital, they make what I feel like is a common mistake where they'll go hire one really good digital marketing person. And that person can only get you so far. We obviously didn't have the resources when we first started, but that was a number one priority for us as we grew. First step, we hired a social media content person. Then we brought in designers. Then we brought in videographers, and we've grown from there. But our goal from day one has been able to give local, small to medium-sized businesses access to an entire team of digital experts for about the cost or about the price that they would pay for one full-time employee. That's the best way to break down our retainer. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would. In our retainer, now they do vary slightly depending on your business and what your needs are. But for the most part, we will build and maintain a website.
Sure. And
keep it fresh. We'll do all the updates on that. We'll do your email marketing, with your list segmentations.
Yep.
We will do your social media content. We'll do your social media management. In some cases, we will do your reputation management.
All of your
blogging, your search engine optimization. It's all done. Where we want to get with our clients, and we've been very successful with this, is hand us the keys. We take over. Your job is to read a report and to hold us accountable.
Yeah, and one thing that I think it's really important to talk about or why clients love this, and the results that we've had over the last 8 years with this are just, it's been really well received. It's something that clients love knowing and having the peace of mind that there's one company that is taking all of this off of their plate.
Yeah, and we have had several occasions. The one we're referencing just a few minutes ago went from page 3 and 4 on Google search to upper end of first page and
top three
and changed his business. Another one is another home improvement client here locally we've been working with for 8 years.
Yeah.
7.5, 8 years.
One, yeah, pretty much.
From day one. And he had no digital presence, and he went from that to doubling his actual hard in-home leads simply by getting his digital home together in the first year of us working with him on that, and changed his business. And he's somebody that really kind of trumpets for us.
Yeah, really I think everybody knows that in this day and age, you have to have a digital presence. You have to have a foundation. And that's really, if I could say what this is best way to sum up why a retainer is important and how it gets results is it not only builds the foundation that you need, but it builds on top of that, and it's gonna give you the ability just to continue to grow. If you don't have a digital foundation, if you have a website or you have social media and you're just kind of half-assing it, this is where hiring a company like us.
You have to start.
Yeah. You know, one thing that we see with a lot of people that do things kind of a la carte, there's not a lot of accountability. I mean, if I hire you just to build a website for me, once you've completed that website, you hand it off. That's the number one thing that people will call us and they say, look, I hired this company. I liked them. He was a freelancer, or I hired this company, but it takes 2 weeks to get a response if I need to make a change to my website. In most cases, our clients' websites get updated weekly and they don't even know about it. I mean, that's what we do. And it gives you access to an entire team of really, really good marketing experts for about the same price that you'd pay to have one person in-house.
Right. And it's important to say this too. There is none of these BS, I'll say BS instead of saying the word, charges that you get from 99% of agencies. If something needs to be done, more than likely it falls under the retainer. We simply do it. It all falls under that. If there is something that doesn't, we clearly communicate with you. This doesn't fall under the retainer.
Yeah.
And this will be this amount of money more, and we're going to charge you this exact amount on this month for doing this. Yeah. But that's really pretty rare.
Yeah, transparency is key. And it takes and we'll kind of wrap this up. It takes just an enormous amount of resource management for us to cram all of those services into a monthly retainer. I mean, again, you're getting access to videographers, you're getting access to graphic designers, to social media strategists, to an account manager. That's another thing that people love. You have one point of contact when you work with us. So our retainer, our clients have loved it. We didn't know what to expect when we started back in 2012.
It's who we are now. It is essentially who Agency 501.
Sure. And of course, we do other things. We do video production. We do full traditional advertising. We do all of that stuff as well. Our digital retainer is probably what we're known best for. And that's where clients typically start. It's a great way. If people are out there, if you're a business owner and you're looking at how can I bring everything together, and you're tired of hiring one person and kind of getting burned by them, or hiring a team and paying just outrageous fees for it, a digital retainer is definitely something you should look at, because it's an efficient way to get access to a lot of really talented people and to not have to worry about it. Yeah,
and it can be as simple as giving us a call. There's a form on agency501.com or a phone number. Essentially, what we do first is say, well, who's your business? Where are you and where are you trying to get? This is not a big pitchy thing. We really seriously do just talk to you. It has happened many times that somebody's called and we say, this isn't for you.
Sure.
We're not afraid to say that.
Yeah.
If we think it is something that could be for you, then we'll just set up a time, come on up here, or we go to you. But most people want to come here and we sit down, you meet the crew, and we dig in a little deeper. And that's how the process really goes.
And if we can't help you, we'll point you in the right direction. That's right. We do that probably on a monthly basis. We do. We realize we're not a good fit for somebody, and we point them in the right direction. So that's it's all part of working with Agency 501. It all starts with reaching out to us on our website. Hopefully this podcast helped you understand a little bit better about, if you have pain points out there, how reaching out to an agency like us can help. Hope you enjoyed it.
Agency501.com. Have a great day.
Yep.